Well, good morning. It is September the 10th, 2021, and it is Friday, fabulous Friday, and also my granddaughter, Meadow Sophia, turns 11 months today. One more month till she's actually a year old, and I can't wait for her party. I just wanted to, come. I'm actually hooked up. This is Friday when I go to actually get it detached and get some fluids, get my shot, my Neupogen shot for my white blood cells to help them increase, and also I get magnesium. And it was some other things I wanted to discuss. I was been up since 3:30 this morning. I'm very hype. I'm not even sleepy right now, which is funny. Usually I'm tired, which will probably start when I come home, and then tomorrow as well, usually be like Friday after I get home, Saturday and Sunday I kind of be, really, fatigued. So there was some things. I was watching a video this morning on the Colorectal Alliance, and I'm actually going to share as far as the site addresses for some of the things that I was researching early this morning, because I watched a video that they had showed with a young lady. I can't remember the exact age. I think she was 31, 32 when she found out that she had stage 4 colon cancer, and she's actually free. She doesn't have colon cancer anymore, but she went through, a lot of different things on that road to recovery and being, cancer free. I'm not yet. She actually found out, I think in 2016 or 2017. I can't remember, but I'll share it, if you're able to, pick up the video. It is a closed account. I mean, you have to either be a patient or someone that actually, it's on Facebook, excuse me. You have to actually be a patient or a family member or a caregiver in order to, subscribe to the Facebook page for the Colorectal Alliance. And also, they're actually going to do a feature on me. I don't know if it's going to be on Facebook or the site or on both. But they'll let me know when they're going to do it, because they had saw my first video that I actually had put up about it. And like I said, the reason why I did it is because, for a while, I didn't tell a lot of people. At first I had to come to terms with it myself. Not that it was a issue with me. It's just because my looks had changed, and I just didn't feel comfortable showing that to everybody at that time. Only really my close family who, knew about it and who was able to see me and see me on FaceTime. And so now, I still have those videos and pictures, so I have shared them on my YouTube page, which is Nicole Danelle, which is what, please subscribe so you can see all the videos and everything, and watch my journey as I go to healing and becoming cancer free as well. But I wanted to share some of the things that went on with me. Like I said, I had found out on January the 16th when I went for a colonoscopy, and the months that led up to that, and the loss of 45 pounds and the stomach aches and everything. Even though I had had symptoms prior to that, I didn't realize those were symptoms. It wasn't until my stomach was excruciating pain and I couldn't eat, couldn't move my bowels, and I had lost so much weight that I was like, something is wrong. Cancer never crossed my mind. I never had even, to tell you the truth, I had never, heard about colon cancer. There's no one in my immediate family, or not in my immediate family, that actually I know of having it. I had an aunt that passed away last year. She had stomach cancer, and then my step grandmother actually passed away from colon cancer years ago, but we have no blood relation, so that wouldn't be something was privy to me until I actually got it. And my aunt told me about, that's what her mother had passed away. It's on my father's side, which is his father's wife, well, ex-wife, who passed away. And but when I actually got started chemotherapy, I think I was like 115 or 116 pounds. Right now I'm 184. I've gained a lot of weight since February. This is not my normal weight, but it's a weight that's helping me, you know, as far as do well, as far as with the chemotherapy and everything. Because I'm on an aggressive one, I don't think I had shared that part of what happened again. So yeah, so I started February the 5th, which is my sister Lisa's birthday, who actually has breast cancer. She's in Brooklyn, and she's going through treatment as well. She was also told that she would have to do chemotherapy for the rest of her life, which is what I was told as well when I started. So I went on a heavy regimen, you know, chemo regimen for 6 months. I started on February the 5th. By the end of the month, around I think the 28th, well, actually, let's back up. I think the 25th or the 26th, I started not feeling well. And I couldn't get out the bed. I was, you know, just really tired, just feeling awful. And I didn't realize I was running a temperature. My mother kept on saying, you know, want to call the doctor. I'm so hard-headed and so think I'm so strong. I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm okay. So Wednesday came and I had to actually go to the doctor because I had to, you know, get treatment. So when I got there, they could tell that, you know, I wasn't my usual lively self, and I just looked awful, and they could tell something was wrong. So, you know, they did the blood test, which they always do before they give you treatment anyway, to make sure that you're able to take the treatment. Because if your blood pressure is too high, you can't take it. So they, you know, run different tests, just, you know, for your blood, just to make sure to check certain things. I'm having a chemo brain right now, so later on I'll tell you what those tests are. But anyway, they did that. So I had a temperature, and when they tested my white blood cell count, it was down to a 0.5. Just take that in, a 0.5. So that's awful. I was almost to not having any at all. So my doctor, my oncologist, Carthy Savannah, she was a little, you know, scared, didn't want me to go far because we're with north side of, you know, Georgia, the Atlanta area, north of Atlanta. Here I'm in Forsyth County, and the hospital was probably 10-12 minutes from where my oncologist office is located, but there was Emory of Johns Creek that's right across the street. So with 0.5 and how I was feeling, she didn't want to chance it with anything, so she sent me over there. Well, I get there, they don't accept my insurance. But of course, it wasn't going to turn me away because of my status at that time, stage 4, 0.5, and my oncologist didn't want to take that chance of anything happening. Somebody cough on me, anything. I could be just wiped out right then. So that was a little scary. But I wasn't scared, but it's a scary situation. I don't know why I wasn't scared. I can't even answer that. So, you know, a social worker came out and spoke to me and advised me of that, but she said she was going to help me to go ahead and get that, you know, paid. So that started as far as my disability claim and all of this, because I couldn't work. And they started processing it so that it would cover my stay at Emory. So I think I was in there for 8 days. They find out that I had a blockage between my kidney and my bladder, as far as I wasn't releasing the amount of urine that I should have been releasing. There was a blockage in my stomach. What else? They thought I was going septic. They, you know, ran blood tests. They ran as far as infectious disease tests, just to, you know, to check everything. And, you know, that's what came back was the everything else was negative. The stuff that came back was, like I said, my kidney and my bladder. So I had to actually get what's called a kidney stent to open up to make sure that it's releasing the urine, and that it's, you know, it's getting to my bladder, and the amount that should be released is being released, and, you know, I don't have like a held over tank or something. So, and then they gave me medication for the blockage, for my fever. I think I had to have a blood transfusion. It was a couple other things I got to remember. I wrote it down, but I'll try to, you know, add that on later. But yeah, so I was in there for 8 days, and I, you know, was okay. And actually that was when I first met some survivors that was a lot older. And one, she was 17 years, and I forgot the other one with the year. But what they were surprised at was my demeanor, and I guess my happiness, and my personality, just everything. Because the nurses had, you know, I had, what, 3 different nurses, because you have one in the morning, afternoon, evening. and they was all surprised as far as how, you know, I was handling everything for me to be having stage 4. And like I explained to you guys before, that was just me as a person. So if I would have been acting any different, it would have been me not being myself. So that was kind of hard to do, even though with you know, finding out that information wasn't nothing that I was thinking that I would, you know, get that day when I went for the colonoscopy. But, you know, getting that, of course, I cried because, you know, you're like, oh my God, you know, cancer. Because you hear so many bad things and everything. But I didn't know much about colon cancer. And I started, you know, doing a lot of research, you know, during that time as well. So, yeah, so I was in the hospital, you know, met them. And I said, wow, you know, when I get better, that's one thing that I would like to do. And they was like, well, you know what, you would make, you know, a good candidate for that, because they said you don't realize how many people actually don't have a great attitude about it. They angry, mad, and, you know, it kind of weakens you as well as far as, you know, healing. And a lot of times when you get to that point, you make yourself go down quicker than you probably would from the disease. You kind of aid in you passing away or getting worse. They said they've seen it so many times. So, you know, attitude does help. It, you know, I said that on a couple of videos, and I'm glad that I am like I am. I'm glad that, I mean, even though I've been up since 3:30 this morning, that, you know, I'm so energetic, happy, and just ready to go. I was ready to do this video. I actually created another, I've created, I think, 2 or 3 t-shirts for colon cancer. And I just got another idea because I did one, I was doing one for one of my friends that's actually I met at my oncologist's office, and she's going on a trip. So she know that I'm a graphic designer and I design, you know, t-shirts and stuff. So she said she would rather give me the opportunity to get the money than her going online and getting somebody else's design. So while I was coming up with her design, I thought, well, let me do another shirt, because, you know, I used to wear them all the time. I haven't worn them in a while. So with the new one, I'm going to, you know, wear that, and, you know, hopefully I have it on one of the videos. I may wear it, you know, this weekend and do a video. But I do make the shirts myself right now because I like to be hands-on with everything, from the design to the material. Like, this is one of my designs I've created, but I like to print it myself. I like to see it and make sure I touch it and know if it's good quality, whether I want to sell this, whether, you know, whatever. I've been kind of laxed on, you know, updating my website, so just excuse me. I just ran off on a tangent about that, but I just want to say about, you know, the new shirt. But back to, you know, the hospital stay. And, you know, I met a lot of great nurses. I would say I didn't have not one bad nurse. I wasn't feeling the infectious doctor at first. And when he found out everything was fine, then he was a lot nicer than at first. I don't know why, please, you know, I don't know. But that was the only little tidbit. But I stayed there for 8 days. I got better, and I got out the hospital. And the day I got out the hospital, I went straight across the street to have my treatment, because I wasn't one of those that like to miss treatment, because I knew the severity of my stage and the disease at this point, because I had did some research, and I wasn't trying to minimize how long I'm going to be here. I'm trying, you know, to make sure that I'm going to be here to watch my granddaughter graduate from high school, from college, and I pray, you know, she gets married, have children. You know, I want to be here. And when my son decides to have children, I want to see them as well. And so, you know, went through that. I didn't gain weight at all last year. I had so many side effects. Like I told you about the neuropathy that came about, that started, you know, gradually. I had severe diarrhea. When I say severe, it was severe, and that's why I couldn't gain weight. My taste buds was gone, so I hated eating because nothing tastes the same. It was awful. But of course, I needed to eat. One of the things they tried to get me to try was the Ensure. Well, I didn't like the taste of any of them. Not one flavor. I even tried, I think my girlfriend from South Carolina had sent me a case of the apple. Or I might have ordered it. I think she told me about it. She couldn't find it, and I ordered it. You know, the story came up right. But I didn't like that either. So they would just stay in there, and it was kind of like a waste, because I was like, I didn't want them. You know, I didn't like it. I would rather eat food, but then I really couldn't eat because, like I said, I didn't have you know, my taste buds, and then you lose your appetite. So they give you medication to, you know, try to help, you know, bring your appetite back and try to, because, you know, you need to have weight in order to do the medication. And because when I had got sick, they had to take my dose down. So I stayed on that for 6 months. I had a lot of other issues. I did get the kidney stent, and actually before I actually started a chemo, I think I told y'all I had a colonic stent to open up my colon to allow me to move my bowels and allow me to, you know, start eating. So that was the first thing I did. Then they put in, you know, the port, and I got the port the same day I actually started on February the 5th, because Northside had messed up with my insurance, so it delayed when I started treatment as well as when I got the port in. But, you know, everything, you know, started going well as far as, you know, with the insurance and everything. And then I was switched over because I was disabled. So, you know, went on to the state programs and all of that. And there's a lot of things, a lot of helpful stuff out there. You know, if you need assistance as far as with paying your rent, paying utilities, gas, there's so many things out there. You just have to, you know, research and, you know, apply. Not all the time you're going to get, you know, funds. It just depends, because there's so many other people that's just applying as well. And I actually, you know, gave some information to my sister, because, you know, New York is a little different as far as how they handle certain things as far as with her, because she was actually working in her job, had insurance, the job that I actually had, you know, when I found out. I loved what I did because it was graphic design, but the company, well, she was a private owner of a big company, but that was just, you know, her franchise. She didn't offer any insurance at the time, so I had to wait and then, you know, pay and apply for insurance. So that was a little delay in why I didn't go to the doctor in 2019.